Hello, hello, hi, geekpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Thursday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi, and I help folks just like myself to make money using the online space using social media. And if you are somebody who has been looking for a side gig idea, or you want to start a side gig and you want to do things online, drop the word me in the comments and I will reach out to you right after this live. So, welcome. PK, I see you on Facebook. We are live on all channels. You guys, we are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah. As you're joining me live, let me know where you are tuning in from. That would be always fun for the person who does the live. It's always really cool to know like where the audience is coming from, especially if you're live on multiple channels, like I am. It's very cool. It's very nice. So I have a cool little story for you tonight. I actually wanted to tell a story, but this thing just popped up, and we're gonna go with this one. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell the story. I haven't told this story for a while. In case you don't know, I love stories, especially if they're like real stories, like they actually happened stories. Love them. So, but tonight I'm going to tell you a little bit about a study that was done in 1957 by Kurt Richter. Now, the study was done on chipmunks. And what they did, they took these guys and they dropped them in a pool of water, and they wanted to see how long they would swim for before they would get exhausted, right? So for the first try, they actually dropped the chipmunks in the pool of water. Now remember, guys, this is like 1957, so some of you are going to be like, "Oh my God, the chipmunks are good." Okay, 1957 study. And they recognized that the chipmunks were only going to be able to survive for about 15 minutes before they get exhausted and they would just fall and drown. So, right before they would fall and drown, they would grab them out, dry them off, let them rest a little bit, and they would drop them back in the water for a second try. Excuse me. Excuse me. For a second try. Now, how long do you think these guys were able to swim for before sinking and drowning? Now, remember, they just swam to exhaustion just a few minutes ago, and they rested for just a few minutes, and now they're back in the water for a second try. Would they swim for another 15, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes? Somebody said 20 minutes. Okay. Mike Keys. Is it Mike Keys? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what to say to that from TikTok, but I'll see. So they actually were just amazed to find out that these guys were able to swim for another 60 hours. Hey, Houston, right? 60 hours. In case you haven't figured that out, that's like 2.5 days. So how is it that these guys were able to swim for only 15 minutes the first try before sinking and drowning, but then after a few minutes of rest, they're able to go another 60 hours. I mean, that just doesn't sound a whole heck of a lot correct, right? Well, the moral of the story and the secret to the study was that because they knew that right before they drown to die, they're going to be saved. Someone, something is going to get them out of the water and save them. They had this promise of savior, if you would, in the back of their head. So they knew that right before they go down, they're going to get saved. So the next time that they got in the water, their confidence was at ultimate high because they knew they weren't going to drown, because they knew someone was going to be there to save them, because they knew it wasn't possible. Now imagine if we took that and then applied it to our own lives. Now, I have said this many times, and I'll say it again. We were complete at creation. There's nobody else that's going to come and complete you. There's no box that's going to come in with extra parts that you kind of put on and complete you. You're done. Next, you were complete at creation. So, with that being said, if you were complete at creation and there's nobody else to come and save you, then what if you just believed in an unwavering belief in your own abilities? Like it was impossible to drown, it was impossible to fail. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be a mindset that you can wrap your head around and say, you know what, I'm gonna incorporate that into. I took that in. I'm like, wow, that is really cool. Like I was expecting, all right, they swam for 15 minutes, or maybe they swam for like 18 or maybe 20 minutes or maybe half an hour, right? That was my thought process in my head. And when they said it's 60 hours, I was like, what? That's amazing. The reason why that's amazing is because we never think we can push ourselves that much, that far. But it's been proven over and over and over again that indeed we can push ourselves that much, that far. And I'm asking you to believe in an unwavering way in your own self. And because one reason is because you were created in God's image and you were complete at creation. So God doesn't make junk. And he certainly didn't make a half ass person with no purpose. So your abilities, my abilities far exceed what you and I actually think about, what you and I actually practice. I know I speak for myself. I know that for 100%. So Jordan, what's going on? I see you on, right? So I know that 100% applies to me, myself, and if it does to me, I know that I'm not alone, right? And it applies to many, many of you out there. So I'm asking you to, hey, you know what? There's going to be no savior that comes and saves you, and there's no such thing that comes and completes you, but you have that ability to just really dig deep and believe in yourself and surprise the heck out of yourself with some of the things you're capable of doing and accomplishing. So, with that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. I am live on all channels. I've heard, who knows, who knows? I've heard so many things that they are going to ban TikTok on January 18th in US. Then I heard that a US company has offered to purchase TikTok. Then I heard the TikTok owner is challenging this and wants to take this to Supreme Court. So who knows? And then I heard President Trump talking about TikTok. So you know what? I have no, like, I don't know what's going to happen. So if you like my content, if you like to continue, just in case we get banned here on TikTok, if you like to continue to plug into my content, just remember that I am on all channels, and I go with Side Gig Sean. If you see or hear anything else, it ain't me. I'm just telling you that right now. I play it extremely real. I go with the same thing on all channels. My picture is the same all channels. So if you see something else, if somebody else says something, it ain't me. If you didn't hear it from me, you didn't see it from me, it ain't me. So you can follow me on all channels, like I said, Side Gig Sean, and it's simple. I do. Where did the you like these? I'll tell you where I got these. I mean, you'll be surprised. Everybody thinks these are all like, yeah, I got these from Amazon. They're like, I don't know, 20, 25 bucks, something like that. But I've gotten the most compliments on these than my regular prescriptions that insurance did. Oh, never mind, right? Taiwan wants to be Korea, yeah, in some ways, right? So with that, I'm Sean Azimi, and I help folks create a side income using the whole online space, social media space. If that's you, if you've been scratching your head and wanting to create a way to make some extra money, have some write-offs maybe, drop the word me in the comments, and I'll get back with you right after this live. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.